over. Billy Dolan was an outstanding member as well as a USGA member, and when he saw what was up here, he felt like that we could, our organization, which was 100 men plus, could take this over and make it run right and be an assistant to the university, which at that time was Augusta College. Billy had a great ambition and he had great visions because he wanted to see Augusta College, Augusta State University, Augusta University to become national champions. He made that statement several times, but we laughed at him. Little do we laugh now, because we've had great golfers, and we did that. Our golf team was able to accomplish that goal on a back-to-back in 2010 and 2011. We have one of the players here today. I noticed I didn't see any others. There's two of them. I missed one. But I know Henrik is here. Henrik Norlander, where are you?
Yeah.
Tell me who I missed because I certainly want to recognize him. Okay, well maybe we did get one.
He's right here. He's
Oh,
right here.
well, I'll say it, Nick Evans. How about that? Well, just a little bit about Nick. He was the first golf scholarship recipient at Augusta College. So I think that deserves it. To get the four guys at Billy Dolan and Finley Mary, R.O. Barton, and myself, visited Doug Bernard. Congressman Bernard at that time helped us through the federal government to get this property. University of Georgia, the Board of Regents, none of the others, the state of Georgia, did not want to accept it from the standpoint of the liability that it might have in funding this facility. So the Augusta Golf Association said, we'll do it. And we raised enough money to get started, and the federal government deeded it, not deeded it, but awarded it to the Board of Regents, which in turn did to the Augusta Athletic Association at the time, and then with a contract and agreement to operate it through to the Augusta Golf Association. That being said, we worked on hard for quite a few years. We were in the hole for the first 4 or 5 years, but we spent a lot of money, and we recovered. And within about 8 or 9 years, we started paying back and giving money to the university. Over the period of time, over the next probably 15 to 20 years, we were able to give between $4 and $5 million out of the revenue from this facility, which is really outstanding. So from that point on, I want to say that I can't tell you how many people have been a part of this place from the standpoint of where it is right now. With golfers like we've had here, Phil Mickelson, Justin Leonard, many who have played over across the creek at the Masters at Augusta National. And they still pride in what they do. In addition to that, when we have our men's tournament and ladies tournament, which the ladies tournament will be this coming weekend. So please note that you can come see some outstanding golf in these young ladies. And I'm telling you, we've got several that are real strong contenders, and we know how good they can play. The men will be playing the weekend before the Masters starts, that very Monday. And then we are able to award tickets through this organization, this operation, and all of you people that I mentioned earlier, to the visiting teams and to the team members to be able to go out on Monday to the practice round. So that in itself is a reward for those teams and those people that come play in this particular tournament. I want to tell you that Carl Sanders was involved very much, not in the acquiring of the property, but he was the governor in the early 60s, and he made a pledge and a commitment to make sure that I-20 was completed between Augusta and Atlanta. And Carl visited this place on numerous occasions, and he left his mark not only around here, but in Augusta as well, and throughout this state. And I appreciate what he did as well. I could go on, and I could tell you a lot of stories. The 45 years that I've been involved in it, being chairman for 38 of those years, has really been outstanding and really been gratifying to me. But I want to tell you, there couldn't be any better supporter than what we have in Nick Evans and Clement Norwood. Those two men have helped us tremendously in the things that we've been able to accomplish up here. But I won't go any further. I told you I was going to make it as short as I could, and I spent right at 7 minutes. I was given 8. But without a doubt, the greatest supporter that we have right now is one that leads this institution. And I know you're all very familiar with him, but it's my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Brooks Keel.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. What a beautiful day it is to be here on the golf course. I know you all would much prefer to be playing, probably. And it's a great day. The weather's perfect. It's got that Masters green kind of all over the place. I wish it didn't come from pine trees, but that's what we're having to deal with this time of year. But it is a beautiful day, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here on this special occasion. I've got a number of very special individuals I want to recognize, so if you'll bear with me just a minute, please. I know I'm going to overlook someone, so I apologize for that at the outset. And Don's already mentioned this, but Fleming Norwell, is Fleming here?
He couldn't make it.
Well, we're going to acknowledge him anyhow, because he's been a long time supporter. And as many of you know, the official home of the AU Jaguars men's and women's golf team is the J. Fleming Norwell Golf House, named in his honor. I'd like to also introduce a new athletics director, Ryan Erlocker. Coach, where are you? Right there. Thank you so much. Please stand up. That man has hit the ground running. And I got news for there's going to be some great things coming ahead for all of our athletic programs, and we're excited to have you here very much. I'd also like to recognize a new Vice President for Philanthropy and Alumni Engagement, Brandon McCrae. Brandon, stand up. We all know that this facility and what we're about to unveil here would not be here without generous contributions from a large number of donors. And Brandon will be happy to take your check today, as a matter of fact. If you brought your checkbook with you, you should look him up. And thanks again to Don Grantham for a long-time support of Augusta University and his leadership here at Forest Hills. Augusta University is indeed fortunate to have the support of the Forest Hills Golf Course, which first supported men's golf and later helped establish the Augusta University Women's Golf Program. I want to thank the Augusta Golf Association members who pooled their resources, as you've heard, to save Forest Hills and help foster our world-class golf programs here at the university. And I especially want to acknowledge the AGA President, Ross Trulock, who's with us here today. Ross, where are you? There we are. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I want to recognize the Ladies Golf Association, the Augusta Country Club, for their support of the AU golf programs over the years. And I want to recognize the President of the Ladies Golf Association, Virginia Jones. You've already heard comments about the Birdie Club. You know, most universities have athletic associations that support all their athletics, and if you have big football in SEC, you know how important that is from a football point of view. But we're special, I think, especially in this state, that we have an athletic association dedicated entirely to our men's and women's golf program. And the Birdie Club supports those programs in ways which I can't begin to tell you. So I'm incredibly grateful for everything that they do. Forest Hills has been a collegiate home for several pro golfers, including PGA Tour players, and has hosted many others through our annual intercollegiate tournaments. All of this support has led to back-to-back Division I national championships and an individual Division I national champion, Brock Everett. It all began here at Forest Hills. We have a long history of collegiate golf excellence at Augusta University, going back to one of our legacy institutions, Augusta State University, and before that, Augusta College, or Harvard on the Hill, as it was called when I went there. And that excellence continues today. We want to recognize all the golfers who are able to be here today, both present teams and Jaguar golfers of the past, and especially recognize our men's golf coach, Stephen Payne, and assistant coach, Ben Nelson, and our women's golf coach, Caroline Haig, and assistant coach, Oliver Rubenstein. Would you please join me in thanking them for all they do? Well, I was proud of our Augusta University men's and women's golf teams. A few weeks ago, one of our players, Maribel Teague, won in her first career NCAA tournament as a freshman. Where are you, Maribel? We wish both our men's and women's teams much success in the coming season. The Forest Hill Golf Course doesn't operate by itself. It requires a team of dedicated professionals who work behind the scenes to operate and maintain this golf course on a daily basis. And I'd like to recognize a few of these individuals briefly. Dan Elliott, the PGA professional and current general manager and director of golf. Mark Simons, the course superintendent, Mike Simons, I'm sorry, course superintendent who does a tremendous job day-to-day keeping this course in great playing condition. Matthew Barman, assistant PGA professional, and also Kim Miller, who's been the office associate for 20 years. Would you please join me in thanking them for all they do? No wonder that Augusta Magazine readers continually name Forest Hills the best public golf course in Augusta. And we could mention so many others who deserve credit for that, and I would be here all day if I did, so I want to get on to the main event. Today is a special day as we celebrate 45 years of Augusta Jaguars golf by unveiling a sculpture that provides a stunning picture of the special relationship between Jaguars golf and Forest Hills Golf Club. The idea for this project originated with Ed Durant from Durant LLC, who worked on the first tee of Augusta tee sculpture and with the help of Cole Fail. And Ed, I know you and Cole, I believe, are both here, so thank you so much. But as already been mentioned, it was the never-ending support of Nick Evans that made this possible today. And Nick, I want to thank you for everything that you have done for this institution and continue to do day in and day out. I recognize fully I would not be standing here were it not for you, and I mean that sincerely. And we wouldn't have Augusta back in the name if it weren't for you. So thank you for that too. At this point, I'd like to go ahead and ask the men's and women's golf teams to get ready to unveil the sculpture and remove the cover on a count of 3. So when you get ready, let me know. Are we ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. In addition to this beautiful sculpture, which clearly speaks for itself, we're also dedicating a plaque that will be placed nearby. I'd like to ask Don Grantham and Beth Evans. And Beth, I'm going to ask Chad if he'd please come up and escort you up to the front here, if you would, please. Where are you? Come on, I want you to stand over here. I will get the two of you to help me unveil this in just a minute. This is a replica of a plaque that will commemorate the events of today. The permanent plaque will be installed at a later date in front of the golf sculpture adjacent to the walkway. And today we unveil a temporary display of the plaque's wording. Donna Beth, would you please unveil the plaque here? Today we're announcing that this sculpture is being dedicated to 2 very special people, without whose support this course, our Jaguars golf program, and today would not be possible. You've already heard from one of these honorees, the Honorable Don Grantham. The other honoree is a generous donor to our golf scholarship program at Augusta University, a benefactor to and volunteer for both AU golf programs, especially AU women's program, Ms. Beth Evans. I'd like to read for you the description on this, if I can, please. This artwork celebrates the symbolic histories of Forest Hills Golf Course and the national champion Augusta University's intercollegiate golf programs. It was dedicated March 6, 2023, in honor of 2 stewards of and benefactors to the Forest Hills Golf Course and Jaguar golf programs. The first is Beth Evans. Beth Evans is an alum of Augusta University through its legacy school, Augusta College, where she earned a degree in education in 1971. Beth began supporting Augusta University golf back in 1968 by backing her husband Nick, who was one of Augusta University's first scholarship golfers, and later through more than 50 years of volunteerism, philanthropy, and the Augusta University Birdie Club and Ladies Golf Association at the Augusta Country Club. Beth began her career as an educator while also raising the Evans' 3 children, Kim, Kathy, and Chad. Her commitment to young people extended beyond her family, as she was also a founder of the Augusta chapter of Women in Philanthropy. Beth also supports various scholarships at Augusta University and initiatives related to the Children's Hospital of Georgia. Her passion for education, philanthropy, and golf contributed to the establishment of the Augusta University's golf program in 2001 and the creation of the Nick W. and Beth B. Evans Family Golf Support Endowment that supports AU men's and women's golf programs here in perpetuity. Beth, I think in addition to this plaque, you deserve a trophy for putting up with Nick as long as you have. We do want to congratulate you and thank you so much, Beth. The second honoree is the Honorable Don A. Grantham. Don Grantham attended Augusta University, Junior College of Augusta in 1959 and graduated from the University of Georgia in 1962. He married his wife Carol in 1962. Don, an avid golfer, is a charter member of Forest Hills Management Committee where he has served for more than 40 years. His commitment to Forest Hills began when he joined the Augusta Golf Club Association through the Augusta Country Club where he served on the board. Don served as president of the AGA in 1983 and has been the chairman of the Forest Hills Management Committee since 1985. Either you got a passion for this, Don, or you got nothing else better to do. And I think you truly don't have anything else better to do than what you're doing right now. When Forest Hills fell into disrepair in the 1970s, Don and the AGA leadership had the foresight to purchase the property from the federal government. It was their intent for Forest Hills to be the home course of Augusta College golf and to be used and support the growth of junior golf in Augusta. Don remains dedicated to honoring the history of Forest Hills and to those who contributed to its evolution. His continued desire is that Forest Hills be managed and groomed to be the finest collegiate course in the country for Augusta University golfers, as well as a top choice for playing golf for the Augusta community. So Don and Beth, we can't thank you both enough for your support of AU golf. Please join me in congratulating them both. Thank y'all so much for being here today. I want to again send thanks to Ed Durand and Nicole Fell for their talents and everyone for coming with us today to share with us, and especially Beth Evans and Don Grantham for their friendship and dedication. Please stay and enjoy the refreshments. We're going to have pictures for the folks, whoever's supposed to have the picture taken. Now, please come on up. Enjoy yourself. There's refreshments here, and thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is at the National Chamber.